here's one that I'm really proud to be bringing you guys. This is a 1995 Kawasaki KX125 from the Pete Hogan collection. This is one of 4 museum quality bikes, fresh restorations from the Pete Hogan collection that we're going to be bringing to you guys for sale this week on the auction block, kaplancycles.com. This right here is a tribute to Ricky Carmichael's 1997 split fire Kawasaki factory ride. Ricky's rookie year, where you saw him dicing it out with Kevin Windham to come out on top in the Pro Motocross AMA National Championship. This bike, I'll go over the build notes with you shortly, but I think it speaks for itself. Everything's all new. This bike was taken right down to the frame, powder coated, engine rebuilt, wheel set rebuilt, and is put in this incredible factory Kawasaki Pro Circuit team livery. Jordan, take the mic. I'm going to fire it up for you, give you a quick riding demonstration. It's a blizzard out here in New England today, so we're going to have to show you this bike indoors right where it belongs, because this is not something that I would want to take in the dirt. It's too pretty. Total passion project by Pete Hogan. I know he's watching the video. Hats off on the resto, man. This bike has 0 hours on the frame off. I have the build notes and our sheet in the shop because this had never been started up until this week. It was put together by Pete for museum display for his personal collection. When he explained it to me, it was clear that this was a total labor of love, passion project where no expense was spared. The bike was torn right down to the frame. The frame was powder coated. The motor was rebuilt with a brand new old stock Kawasaki cylinder, piston, and head. It's got all new, I believe, Acerbi's plastics and this split fire Kawasaki reproduction graphics kit with the correct black side panels and rear fender here. And this seat cover that I would imagine is unobtainium and no longer available, the Pro Circuit Kawasaki team seat cover, which is grippy and looks the part. It's fresh. It's never been ridden. You know, that this would be easily tattered. There's probably a few of these left. The bike, all new controls. So new levers, new bars, brand new Renthal, half waffle grips, all new cables, new radiators and hoses. You see that these are perfectly straight, new aluminum radiators. New rims and spokes. These are brand new black Excel hoops with the stainless spokes laced up to the original wheel set here. New wheel bearings, front and rear. New tires and tubes. These are R-Tracks. Competition Pro, sort of a period option that Pete went with. It's got a brand new, come around this side, Jordan, I'm showing the brand new Pro Circuit factory pipe. I'm not sure if these are still available, but they certainly were sort of small batch made PC. They would wait until orders are in to stamp these pipes out. This isn't a pipe that's still in production and available. It's a brand new piece. It's got the R304 stainless shorty from Pro Circuit, which was repacked by Pete during the restoration. The suspension linkage, swing arm bearings were all cleaned and greased, repacked. So you see all around this bike, wheel bearings tight, the linkage nice and tight. Suspension was also rebuilt. And you'll see on the shock, come around this side, Jordan, you see the shock has the correct purple powder-coated rear spring that Pete got hooked up with. The carburetor was rebuilt with new jets and actually was tuned in here. That's a Kean Air Striker with all new vent lines. Of course, the petcock's in good shape, new fuel line. I'll go over our work order in the shop here this week, where we took her out of kind of museum display mode, where she was mothballed in the climate-controlled showroom here on display for the last, I don't know, I think it was about 5 years that Pete had it on display here after the restoration. Of course, a new air filter, new brake pads front and rear. The bike got a new front brake rotor during the resto, new Kickstarter, and also a new shifter. You see, brand new shifter here. And all this has 0 hours ride time, so it's an absolutely fresh top end and it's just been tuned in by the staff here. All the running gear is brand new, between the wheels, tires, the brakes, the suspension. Even look at the stickers on the Forza Pro Circuit KYB Works Kit stickers. It's just a total work of art, and a lot of small details that matched what Carmichael rode in the 1997 season. Just a total piece of history, and something that belongs in a personal collection somewhere, or on display in the museum. We would love to keep this bike, but the bike is, excuse me guys, the museum is funded completely by the sale of classic motorcycles here. That's how the staff is paid, the staff that maintains the museum, and how the overhead here at the museum is paid for. This is something that I would invite the new owner to keep on display here. We'll get you a long-term display agreement to keep it here if you so choose, or you could ship it anywhere in the States inexpensively. We can set that up for you and bring it home. And this is something that's ready for the Vintage Nationals. This would be really cool to take this down to the Vintage Days at Daytona. And I think RC would it would bring back some memories for him to check this thing out. Shit, we ought to bring this down. Daytona Bike Week is coming up, and Ricky puts on a killer vintage event that Senior's going to be down there. I know Ronnie Mac's going to be ripping up the Screaming Eagle CR500, courtesy of Kaplan America, down there this week. So being in museum storage for some time, and it being a fresh restoration, she needed a good going through and a clean bill of health, so to speak. Check all the hardware. Starting at the top, the boys compression tested it, came back at 170 PSI, just as you would expect from a fresh top end. New NGK spark plug was installed. The coolant system was filled with engine ice coolant. Fresh MTL gear lube was added, so we drained the gear lube and put some fresh MTL gear lube in there. Drain and flush the fuel tank. The fuel petcock was just rebuilt, the OEM fuel petcock, and a fresh VPT2 40-to-1 non-ethanol mix was put in the tank. So she's got the good stuff. I just fired up my CR500 after 11 months of sitting, not being started, and I primed it and kicked it over first try, and that's because good fuel. So amen. Amen to that. Cleaned and lubed and adjusted the drive chain, flushed the front and the rear brakes with new brake fluid, set the tire pressures in a full nut bolt check over, and in the detail shop was carefully wiped down. Test road confirmed proper operation of the clutch, transmission, and the brakes. 2 thumbs up here. She's definitely Kaplan America approved. To build this bike today, you can get a Roach on Facebook Marketplace for, a few $1,000, and it'll cost you, what's it going to cost? Probably 10 grand and a year of your time to do a proper restoration like this. By the time you account for the body kit, the running gear, the wheels, tires, suspension, chains, sprockets, and all the livery that would be difficult to put together if you tried to replicate this today. Just a stunning restoration. Come over here on the side of the motor. I'm going to show you some of the just up close, kind of the attention to detail here. The cylinder looks like it was just taken out of the box yesterday. See all the new seals on the intake track. Air box is all nice and clean. Just tremendous attention to detail here. Come around on this side, Jordan. I want to show you the water pump was also resealed. See the freshly sealed poking out here. All the new case gaskets here. This was, I believe, powder coated in that Kawasaki brown. Original rear brake is in great shape. It's got the S&S super stock platform pegs. Awesome upgrade. Let me see, look at the swing arms in killer shape. I want to take it off the stand and show you the frame rails, the fork lowers and stuff like that, the items that can't be fixed with a restoration if you start with a total Roach, which is what most guys do. This was a freshie before Pete took it down to the frame. Did a full resto. She's still got some fuel in the bowl, so she might piss out the overflow a little bit. But Jordan, show them the frame. Show them the frame rails on this bike. Just virgin frame rails. See, look at the brand new pipe right here, guys. Look at this. And show them also the fork lowers. Show them the front of the fork lowers too, Jordan. If this was something that was ridden in the woods or hard on the motocross track, on the rocky motocross tracks, they would be all dinged up. Show them also the linkage in the bottom of the swing arm. It's all stuff that, well, can't be fixed with with, you know, these are all the cycle parts that, you know, it can't be fudged, guys. See on the back of the sprocket, all the new hardware that was used, just a lot of attention to detail here, and just a tremendous amount of time and money that was spent on the resto. We can ship it anywhere in the States inexpensively. Message your zip code for a shipping quote. I don't know what else to say about it, guys. Just a total work of art. Going to be sad to see it go. Man, full restoration notes will be in the eBay description. If you have any questions, call the shop, 860-471-0192. And that's all there is to it, guys. We can offer financing through Freedom Road Financial. Call for a pre-application, see what the lender will offer you. Just a stunning piece that belongs in a museum or at the vintage races. I know Ricky would be super pleased to see this. Maybe he can do the parade lap at Daytona on this thing. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching thus far. Good luck bidding, and God bless America.